Okay, welcome to the second episode of Two Men in a Squared Circle. I'm Jeremy, if we didn't introduce ourselves last time.
You know we are. And I'm Matthew. As you can see, this one will be automatically better because we actually have distance this time.
And a fixed position.
Fixed position, yes. Yes, and we actually have topics, and we actually have something called our order this time. So hopefully all of that will mean better show. In theory.
In theory.
In theory.
Theory can only go so far with our randomness.
Exactly. I mean, we can just go off anywhere we want to. So this is our show.
Okay, first thing we want to do is we want a little vocabulary lesson. For all you noobs out there that don't understand.
And that means new people.
Yeah, when we use things, words that you don't understand. So for you, big fans of wrestling, know all these, please bear with us for a couple seconds. We'll get through this really quick.
It never hurts to recap. Do a little. At the beginning of school, you always do a recap of what you won the previous year. That can be what this is.
This is our recap.
That's right.
Okay. First thing. First word. You have two kinds of wrestlers in wrestling. Dose. You have a face.
A face.
That is your good guy. A baby face. A baby face is really more than a face. He's like
mega face.
He's like your child face. You know, he's a single working father. Wife died of cancer. Jeff Jarrett.
Well,
back in that day.
Yeah.
But stuff like that.
Thank Chris Jericho when he first came to WCW. Thank Rock when he first came to WWE. Well, he was Rocky Maivia. That's a baby face. And then a face is a good guy.
Then to counteract that, you have what you call a heel,
or a
like the heel of your shoe, basically. They're a bad guy.
Yes.
Now we're going to start off. We're going to stop here and say real quick, we don't like all faces, and we like most heels. We like a great amount of heels. You'll find that out really quick as we're going through these shows.
I like small butts. That's why I like the heels.
I mean,
I like somebody.
Yeah, you gotta love the butts in the world. We're trying to keep the cursing down, so I don't have to edit as much.
And we're not like every other. And we're not like every other critic show on television.
Using all those words.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, that being said, you have your face and your heel, which is a bad guy, and then you have your mega heel, which is a really big bad guy. Like, this guy just pulled someone out of the crowd and beat the crap out of them for no reason whatsoever other than just being in the crowd.
Vince McMahon would be a mega heel.
He is a mega heel.
Well, that's just kind of pathetic. But
back in the day, during the Austin era, he was the mega heel.
Kiss My Butt contest
and all that. So that was a mega heel. That brings us up to our next word. You know, pulling someone out of the crowd. For you who don't know, they just don't pull random. If you go to a wrestling event, you're not going to be pulled out of a crowd. That's what you call a plant. Yes. In other words, you have someone who knows somebody or someone who works lower in the company who's never been seen on TV. They are placed in the crowd and said, look, you're going to get beat up, but we're going to give you money. Or we're going to give you free stuff.
Or they find somebody that say, hey, would you like to have like an autographed shirt or something? Like the kid with the Ted DiBiase bounce ball contest. He was really a fan, but they told me before, like, you're not going to get $10,000. He's going to kick the ball, but you'll get a buttload of
free stuff.
So, yeah.
Classic example of a plant a couple weeks ago, actually it's about a month and a half ago, Archer threw a Coke in a father's face. That was not a random father. Probably he either knew the guy or he was a friend of the company or somewhere down the line they knew this guy and he got free tickets.
They made the deal, yeah.
And so that's what you call a plant.
Yeah.
Now, you also have what you call a mark.
A mark, yes.
A mark. Now, we're going to start off by saying we're not marks. We don't know everything. We don't claim to know everything. We make mistakes.
Yep.
Wait for the blooper reel. You'll see plenty of mistakes.
Yes.
A mark is someone that claims they know everything about wrestling ever.
Yeah. And usually they really like one wrestler. And
John Cena.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say, but yeah, John Cena. Love John Cena marks out there.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan. Love. Not all Hogan fans or Cena fans are marks, but that's the kind of. Usually it's somebody who's really, really popular, so they get behind them, and then they think, because I like this person, oh, I'm the greatest wrestling fan ever. Yeah. That's a mark.
And this is one I didn't mention earlier to you, over. When we say one is pushed over, that means they are really getting what you call a push.
Yes.
They're actually getting what you call a mega push.
Yeah.
This person is really in your face. They're really trying to make him popular. They're trying to really get this guy some ground. Triple H, when he first came into WWE as Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he was pushed over very quickly.
Yeah.
Because he was brought in not as a new guy, but as someone that would be a mid-carder right off the bat.
Yeah. In kind of a branching lore from that would be a booty push. A booty push is an undeserved push. You're getting a push because you know somebody like
Triple H.
No.
Triple H earned it, but a lot of times people have claimed Triple H. The only reason he's held as many titles is because he is Vince's son-in-law.
Yeah.
I think he earned it. Triple H is one of the greatest technical wrestlers in the game today, and he's a part of a dying breed.
That's true. The last outlaw. Or the second to the last.
No.
We're not going to go there.
Don't even say that. We're ignoring that ever happened. But
I'll be waiting for you. Anyways.
Okay.
So
we covered push. And with a push, usually you're going for a title, whether it be a mid-card title, which is basically anything other than the world, the Intercontinental, the TV.
Tag.
Tag really doesn't even count as a mid-card belt because it's a different division.
It's its own division,
It's its own division. Really, a cruiserweight or an X division doesn't count because it's its own division.
Yeah, usually cruiserweights or X division guys stay, and that's their own. So if you get the X division belt, that's like getting the world title of your division.
Yeah, of your group. It's kind of like you got in boxing with light heavyweight and middle heavyweight and heavy heavyweight and stuff like that. That kind of thing. The world title, if you get the push, you might win it, you might not. If you don't, or if you win it and you lose it. We have a perfect example here. You get what you call an anti-push.
See Drew McIntyre.
See The Miz.
Right now, yeah.
See The Miz right now currently.
Except for last week.
He is going for the world title again this week. We're hoping he's going to win it.
I don't think he will.
Neither of us were really big Miz fans to start off with. But,
but now I can't get enough of them.
Yeah, we can't get enough of them. Actually saw him outside of the ring. Saw him on the, what show is that? The
Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien show.
Hilarious.
If you have not looked this up, look it up.
Miz and Conan.
As a wrestling promoter, I guess, thinking as in a wrestling promoter kind of way, you would love this guy because he is gold. He has a charm about him that you need in the wrestling profession.
Why? Find that. We're gonna link that at the bottom of the page.
It's really good.
Because because our fans out there might know this. Might not like, oh, I don't want to look that up. Well,
we'll link it for you. So there you go. Mad love. Yeah, it's a great little thing. But The Miz, he had the world title, and he was nobody before he had it. He had the world title, and really became a fairly decent superstar.
Yeah,
and he's he still is. But now you look at it, he's getting his butt kicked by Alex Riley.
A-Rod. His career's gone A-Rod.
Every week he's getting his butt kicked by Alex Riley, a newbie, a rookie.
Who's insanely over.
Who is insanely over. We're going to say we do like Alex Riley. He's a good personality. He just he's too much right now. You're getting too much of a push. That's what Vince does. Sometimes he really wants this guy to be popular.
He gets crazy and shoves it down your throat.
And in the long run, he ends up basically
ruining the guy,
ruining the whole guy for anything ever again. But we're hoping, with any anti-push or with any push, there is a beginning and there is an end.
Hills and valleys, boys and girls.
And sometimes with the anti-push, the end ends with you leaving the promotion.
See CM Punk.
CM Punk.
We'll get to that later.
Yes, we have a couple comments on that one. So those are basically all the definitions I think we wanted to cover.
Today. We might do some more later if they come up. If you're like, well, what are you talking about this? We'll do it. But I think that's basically your basic